Hello everyone, welcome back to Sawyer Studios, and I'm finally doing my 2022 summer LEGO Star Wars prediction video. I wanted to spend a lot of time thinking and mulling over this, and I wanted to do some research and actually think out a list that I think is going to be accurate. I think this is probably going to be one of my best lists and predictions yet. So without further ado, let us begin the predictions of the summer lineup for LEGO Star Wars this year. So first we have set 75323, and that is priced at $160. I have watched a couple of prediction videos and I've thought about it. It does make sense, and I like the rationale of like this set is placed with the Hoth Battle Pack and the Hoth AT-ST Walker. It just kind of makes sense that if it is a theme, this would be Battle of Hoth. Now, it kind of is a little weird though, that if this is a Battle of Hoth set, and we're supposed to get like a master build series later on, because if we're going with the whole pattern of master build series UCS, then it feels a little weird getting a Battle of Hoth, because that seems like that would be the master build series, but it's $160. And so I do think it is a Battle of Hoth. Let me just be clear. I think there will be a generator. I think it just works well with the whole like AT-AT theme we got going on. We got a lot of Hoth stuff happening. But then we have set 75331, which is $530, which should be the Master Builder series set. Now, here's the thing. The past two Master Builders series, the official ones, is the Betrayal at Cloud City and Mos Eisley Cantina, both priced at $350. This, however, is priced at $530, which is a lot more than the past two. And you have to ask yourself, how are they going to justify charging $530 for, this is going to have to be a really big set, or at least has a lot of pieces. And so I've heard a couple of theories, whether it's the Endor bunker or whatever. I don't think it's an Endor. I don't see how you could charge $530 for an Endor set. It would have to be really freaking huge, and I don't see LEGO doing that. What I do see LEGO doing, because the Death Star has been retired, I see them making another UCS Death Star and replacing the last one. Here's why. Because the first UCS Death Star, one, $400 retail. Second one that they made, the remake, $500 retail. Now, they have a chance to make another one. And I don't think this is simply just going to be a revamp of the old one. I think the rooms are going to be different. I think that it's going to have a different interior, sort of just a different design altogether. And since it's $530, that's only $30 more than the last Death Star. It just seems like the prices here are lining up more so. And LEGO doesn't go a long time without selling a Death Star. So it's a set that people like to buy, and I think they know that they could get money from it. And so I think that they're probably going to come out with a third, I guess technically fourth if you count the Death Star 2 UCS build, but I think they're going to come out with a Death Star, which technically would follow the pattern of a Master Builder series, even though the more recent Death Star, that wasn't technically Master Builder, but it went Death Star, Millennium Falcon, Cloud City, Imperial Star Destroyer, I think it was Mos Eisley Cantina, AT-AT Walker, boom, next. So we've had, enough time. I think LEGO is going to make a Death Star. Now, a lot of people are predicting, oh my gosh, Attack of the Clones anniversary, it's 2022. And after I did an entire list of like, all right, what are the sets that LEGO released every year for Star Wars? And I cross-referenced it with like anniversaries of TV shows and movies, etc. They did pay attention to 1980 release of Empire Strikes Back. They did a 40th anniversary wave, with some with the AT-AT Walker, with the Bespin Duel, technically. They did a lot of stuff like that. However, 2013 was when we got the wave of Attack of the Clones sets. So just because this is the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones does not mean we were getting Attack of the Clones sets. That is a misconception, because in 2013 we got Attack of the Clones, a year later of what we were supposed to get, if you were to think about it, because 2012 would have been the proper year to get Attack of the Clones sets. I think LEGO did that for Revenge of the Sith as well. There was like a lot of sets that were released a year after the 10-year anniversary for Revenge of the Sith. And I think the reason why LEGO doesn't stick strictly to prequel anniversaries is because if it's original trilogy, oh, you best believe they're going to stick to that because it's original trilogy. But if it's prequels, you know, they're like, okay, the fan base, not so hot on the prequels. I highly doubt we're even going to see a lot of like sequel 10th anniversary sets, to be honest. So when it comes to prequels, there's a crap ton of movies and TV shows coming out all the time now because Disney has Star Wars. I mean, Rebels and Clone Wars was happening, and then we got Resistance technically, and then we also continued on with The Force Awakens. And so sometimes these anniversaries are pushed back because there's just more hype. And I think because LEGO is a corporation and they are smart and they probably do just, what's that, like polling or surveying and stuff like that, just to see what people are interested in. If you ask the general population, I'm sure people are going to be more interested in, I want Book of Boba Fett's sets or Bad Batch sets versus, oh, I really want like Attack of the Clones remake. I don't see that with their like focus groups. I don't see that happening. So I think that we might get a couple Attack of the Clones sets. I don't think it's going to be a huge wave necessarily because Book of Boba Fett right now is really hot. And the Bad Batch just finished, and that was a really hot show. And I think that LEGO is seeing their focus groups, and if I were to make a prediction of how people would be reacting versus would you like sets that are like happening from shows happening now or from a movie from 2002, I'm sure a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, TV show right now. So just because of the whole instant gratification, I think that LEGO probably was going forward with, yep, we're going to design Book of Boba Fett sets because that's what's going to be hot, and we're going to design Bad Batch sets because that's what's going to be hot as well. So that being said, set number 75332, $30 set, is the Homan Spider Droid. Why do I think it's a Homan Spider Droid? Because LEGO always makes a Homan Spider Droid, and it's so annoying. They made one in 2013. Then they made an Episode 3 one, which doesn't even make sense, because the only time we saw it was on Felucia, except it was a Kashyyyk one. So I don't know what LEGO was doing, but that was that. The next $30, which is set number 75333, I think it's going to be a Boba Fett speeder chase. And it's going to be that speeder with the guy who works for the mayor, chased by Boba Fett's like 4 hirees that he hired to help him. And I think it's going to be something, it'll probably come with 2 of the speeders and 1 land speeder with the guy. Set number 75334, it's a $50 set. And I really think this is going to be the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter. And this, oh my gosh, I love the N1B. My friend Dean Machine loves the N1B. It's amazing. I do think it's going to be the Starfighter because that just seems like it's the new Razor Crest. And oh boy, I can't wait to get my hands on a chrome silver N1 Starfighter. It'll probably just be gray, but oh my goodness. It just looks so good, and it has to be a LEGO set, which is why I put in my predictions, because it just has to be a LEGO set. That thing is gonna sell like hotcakes, and LEGO knows it. So, oh my gosh, it just has to be. Set number 75335, $100 set. This is more of wishful thinking. This isn't necessarily logic. Most of these are logic. This one's more of like, oh, Nathan is just dreaming. I want this to be an Imperial Juggernaut, specifically from the Ryloth arc from the Bad Batch. Now, the Bad Batch just came out, so that's my rationale. It's like, okay, it's Bad Batch set, so it just came out, people are going to like it. Hopefully it'll come with like a Hauser and maybe an Orn Freetar. We're going to get some figures, hopefully, that like we've never gotten before. But oh my gosh, an Imperial Juggernaut would be so flipping cool. And you could totally, I don't even care if it's 700 pieces and you price it for $100 and you make it $30 overpriced. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. So I just think that would be such an amazing set to get and such a good idea. Lego, you should do that. So anyway, set 75335. I just hope it's an Imperial Juggernaut. Set number 75336. $100 set. I think if Lego were to make an episode 2 set this year, it would be $100. It would be the ATT Walker. It would be episode 2 version of ATT Walker. We probably would get some of the same figs as we've gotten in the past. And yeah, I mean, we'd probably get like, you know, a clone, maybe a clone commander again, and probably Mace Windu. Well, we just got Mace Windu in the UCS gunship, so I'm not sure if we get Mace Windu. We might, they might trade it out and mix it up on us. Maybe a Ki-Adi-Mundi episode 2. That'd be cool. But anyway, so ATT Walker $100 set. Set number 75337. I think it's going to be $140 Star Destroyer. Here's why. Because the UCS Star Destroyer is retiring at the end of this year. And we haven't had a play set Star Destroyer in a very long time. Not a very long time, but it's been a while. And that always sells well. Because Lego continues to remake them. And also with this whole like phase of Lego making, a downsized X-Wing, a downsized TIE Fighter, a downsized Imperial Shuttle, downsized Boba Fett Slave 1, or Starship, it's just, it seems like that's a pattern that Lego's trying to go. You know, like, let's make these a little bit cheaper, still good quality overall. They haven't done a downsized Star Destroyer. I think they will. I think they'll charge $140. I mean, I don't know. It is $140. So if it's not downsized, I think that would be even better. If it's just a full-on good Star Destroyer playset for $140, I think people would buy money for that. Now looking at this a little bit more, I don't really think it could be a downsized for $140. That'd be interesting. But I think just a regular Star Destroyer for $140 would be good. Here's something else I want to talk about: the Cassian Andor show, because I know some people are saying, "Oh, we might get a U-wing." I don't think so, because the Cassian Andor show comes out. It's mid to late 2022, mid to late, which means like mid-summer or later. And the thing with Lego, they always tend to release sets from movies earlier. Like if you think of The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, those sets came out like before the release date a lot of the times, or at least the pictures were released before the release date a lot of the times, and the sets came out around the same time as the release date, which is why we get some weird sets. Like from The Force Awakens, we got a little like snow speeder, a First Order snow speeder that was in a cut scene, that was in a deleted scene, which is why it's like, okay, what the heck is this set? Lego gets like the concept art from movies. They're able to make these sets ahead of time and figure that out so that they can release them at the same time the movie comes out. And that's just the courtesy of the movies, and that's why we get sets that we sometimes are like, what the crap, because it's the whole just Lego gets these concept arts so early, that's what they have to do, and that's why sometimes they're a little inaccurate. That's why sometimes people are like, why is this minifig in it? It's because that's what they were told at the time, and so there you go. But when it comes to TV shows, Lego usually almost always releases sets for TV shows after the fact that the TV show comes out. And I mean, we see this every time. I can't think of a single TV show based Lego Star Wars set that came out before the TV show was actually airing. So Cassian Andor show, don't think we're going to get anything this summer for Cassian Andor because it's a TV show and Lego usually doesn't release stuff before TV shows. They usually release it after. So if they were to do it, could be a fall set. It also could, I think it's more likely that it would be like a January 2023 set. That's going way in the future, but I think it would be January. I know it's January, it's February right now, but it's a year off, but I think that's what I predict. So, set number 75338, it's a $70 set. I think we could see something like a Pike train versus Tusken Raiders. I think that would be cool. Sort of like how we saw that train in the movie Solo. Something similar, but with just Pikes. And I think it'd be cool to get some Pike minifigs. Set number 75340, it's a $45 set. Advent calendar, I don't think anyone's going to be arguing about that. Set 75341, $200 set. We already know that's a UCS Luke Landspeeder. Set number 75342, $40 set. I really don't know what to put here, so I went with another Bad Batch set, and I decided on the Cad Bane Starfighter. I think that would be a really cool set to get one last Cad Bane in, maybe Toto. And I think we could get a Fennec in there. That would be a cheaper way to get Fennec versus a Imperial, the cruiser, Moff Gideon's cruiser. We probably will get Fennec in the Boba Fett's palace, but that being said, we could get her in the Cad Bane Starfighter. Set number 75343, last one, $60 set, and I think this is going to be another Darth Vader scene set because we got the Bespin Duel set, and then we got the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber. And I think LEGO's just like, oh, Darth Vader is just popular, and let's just keep doing it, honestly, because it's great. So we have the Bespin Duel Meditation Chamber. I think we're going to get, because they're going to stick with the original trilogy, obviously, I think we're going to get like a Vader versus Obi-Wan, New Hope, though. Not Episode 3, but a New Hope, Vader versus Obi-Wan final duel set. And how are they going to make it $60? I think they're just going to make like a really good like Death Star hallway and just a really great, I don't know. I can see them doing it, and I can see it being worth $60. I can see it being looking amazing next to a meditation chamber or something. So something with a famous Darth Vader scene. I think it's going to be Vader versus Obi-Wan, a New Hope version. And with that being said, that is my official predictions for the LEGO Star Wars wave of summer 2022 this year. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Click that bell icon if the bell icon's not on so you can be notified when I'm posting new content, and join the Discord server, link in the description. As always, we will continue to read a scene out of the William Shakespeare Star Wars by Ian Dozier. We are on scene 6, and here we go. Inside the Lars homestead. Enter Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, and R2-D2. All praise be to the Maker, verily. This oily bath much healing shall provide. The glow of bright Coruscant doth not match the vital warmth this soothing oil brings me. The case of dust contamination which befalls me mighty is, and renders me unable, I'll be sworn to move at all. I rue the day I came unto this place, this drab and barren rock called Tatooine. But wherefore have I reason to complain? Do sandstorms not invade both rich and poor? We are not promised equity in life. Both rich and poor alike pertain to me. For certain, though in toil, am I most rich. By want of keen adventure am I poor. Thus I declare, that whether rich or poor, the lot I have received from fates unfair. My comrade Biggs hath rightly guessed, I fear, that never shall I leave this stricken place. Oh, exclamation tragic, shall I speak? Is there, dear sir, aught I might do to help? Nay, Droid, lest thou canst alter time, or make the harvest come apace, or goodly friend, if thou canst somehow bear my body hence by magical conveyance yet unknown. I think not, sir, for merely Droid am I, and have not knowledge of such things as thou, not on this planet anyway. I troth, I do not know which planet this one be. If center bright the universe contains, then surely, Droid, hast thou now found thyself as far from it as thou canst possibly be. I see, sir. Surely, thou mayst call me Luke. I see, sir, Luke. Thou jolly Droid, just Luke. This Droid, I see, is wont to prattle on, belike his mouth is faster than his mind. C-3PO am I, an expert in the human cyborg link, and he, my short blue counterpart, is R2-D2 called. Good, Aang. Beep squeak! Thou hast much carving here. It seemeth much a fortune thou hast known. Can it be that two such droids as you can know more of adventure than a man? Ah, frick, that's Luke's line. Thou hast much carving here. It seemeth much a fortune thou hast known. Can it be that two such droids as you can know more adventure than a man? With all we have been through, amazed am I. We yet our good condition keep, what with rebellion and its hurly-burly ways. Nay, can it be, the very thing of which I would know more thou hast experienced? Pray, knowest thou the rebellion against the Empire, Droid? For certain, 'tis how we came to be in thine employment, if thou comprehend my simple meaning, sir. Now is his visage turned all eagerness. Oh, never in this manner have I seen a man intoxicated with a dream. And thou hast been in many battles. Speak! Whatever morsel thou mayst serve to me shall be a feast unto my waiting ear. The smallest tale of battle lost or won shall feed my soul's ne'er-ending appetite. For many battles, sir, but I fear I have but little food to fill thy heart. A banquet sadly I cannot prepare, 'tis certain that of tales I am no chef, but rather I confess that not much more than an interpreter am I, and not much good at telling stories, verily. I've not the salt or spice to season them. 'Tis well, Droid, so shall my hunger wait to feast one day upon another's tale. My little bot, thou hast got something jammed herein. Hast thou been on a cruiser or... Enter Princess Leia in beam projected by R2-D2. End scene for now. That is not the end of scene 6, but this is quite a long scene, and we'll split this up amongst 3 videos. Anyway, as I said, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video. Hope you like these predictions, and peace.